Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. We have the Kayo USA ATVs in the shop today, and I wanted to show you, this is how they come to us right here at the shop in these boxes and crates, and our mechanics right here in the shop get to assemble them out of the crate and go through them, inspect them, check everything over. We've got a Bull 125 here that is almost being finished up. Mechanic here is just going through the wiring, making sure everything is just right. The shop gets to really check and verify that everything is like it should be before the customer gets it and brings it home. So that way you can rest assured that your Kayo four-wheeler for your kids are going to be in tip-top shape and ready to give your kids a good, fun experience every time they turn the key on and crank it up and go for a ride. Right here we have a bigger one. This is the Bull 200. So it's a 200cc engine in this one. As you can see, it's a lot bigger frame ATV, and we're going to really get down to the nitty-gritty and see if these things are good or not. And from our experience, these are definitely some top-notch ATVs for your kids, and they're priced right, man, at Tishomingo at Main Street Cycle. This is the place you're going to want to come and get them, because our mechanics are certified to work on these Kayos, so that when you get them, you can know that, hey, they're going to be all right. But if you do have a problem ever down the road, this is where you're going to want to take them, so that these mechanics here can fix you up and get you back out on the trails with your kids and having a good time. All right, we're taking off the box, and here's how the little 125 Kayo Bull looks in the crate. Packaged up and wrapped. Got the little battery, parts box. Tires are crammed in there. They get it as small as possible so that they can, a little bit cheaper shipping, less. The smaller the package, the better. The dealers do have to pay for the shipping to even get these units here. So the batteries that come with these, you have to put them in and install them, and it's a gel battery, a 12-volt gel battery. Also the tires, we put them on and install them and put about 7 PSI in them. But that can vary for the different terrain that you're going to be riding on. But a very nice tread pattern for these tires. Now Mr. Jaden will go through here and just check the wiring as he goes. He has to mount the handlebars, go through and check the brakes, and just check all those things, all the safety features, the kill switch, and he'll be ready to go. So let's take a little bit closer look. You can see the ball joint there on the A-arm. These are sealed bushings. Everything looks good on the suspension components. Very nice, clean engine setup as well. I love that orange frame on these Kayos. Really pops. Here you can see the rear disc brake assembly. The chain and rear sprocket. Alright, so the handlebars are in place, and of course these can be adjusted. You're going to want to get the rider to sit down and see where their hands fit comfortably on the handlebars. So you can adjust, where the brake is, where the throttle is, twist all that. Also, there's a safety feature. There's 2 wires right up in there. That's your brake switch, and that has to be pulled in order to crank the ATV, and it also sends signal for your brake lights and all that good stuff. So now Jaden is back there installing the rear rack, and then he'll put the plastic covering on top of that, just like the front here, and we'll be ready to go through the suspension and make sure everything is nice and tight and ready to go. And then of course the wheels. Can't go anywhere without the wheels in tires. So now we can kind of get a good look at the underside of the Kayo 125. You see your drain plug there for your engine oil. Hooking up the suspension, and while we're at it, and just kind of check over everything real good. Make sure everything is bolted up nice and tight. No loose parts when it leaves out of the shop. She'll be ready. And we'll be inserting the rear tires. Big washer and the nut on that, and then there'll be a cotter pin that goes in. And then we'll air those up to about 7 psi. Alright, so we just inserted the battery, which is located underneath the seat. And see if we can go through the wiring here, make sure everything is tight, the fuses are in correctly, and hook up the battery, and we'll put some fuel in it, good fuel, and we'll be ready to go. One key thing that I can give you right off the bat, one key tip to prolonging the life of these Kayos is, and this goes for absolutely any ATV, no matter what the manufacturer, dirt bike or anything. But if you know you're going to let it sit for a month or a few weeks, I recommend making sure you keep fresh, good gas in your machine. If it's going to sit up for a while, you need to use some kind of treatment, and that way it doesn't set up in the ATV and cause some problems when you go to run it again. Keep the engine oil changed. Change it frequently. It doesn't hurt to overchange it, but at least go by the manual and change the oil as often as the manufacturer recommends. Use good gas, take care of it, keep it clean, and it will last you a long time. So now we have the throttle adjustment screw in, and that's something that we do here at Main Street Cycle, and we adjust it to be able to control the throttle input, to slow it down if the owner wants it slowed down, or speed it up and get all 125 cc's to the tires. Okay, so now that we have the key on, we can check the lights, make sure the tail lights work. We'll be able to crank it up and see how the first fire up does. Oh yeah. Fired right up, son. And we'll make sure that everything's running good. We'll test the kill switch and all that here in a little bit. And this one will be ready. Now our big kid is ready to ride, son. Alright, so now we've got the Kayo Bull 125 fully assembled. We're almost done with the 200 Bull. And here's just a little look at the 70 Fox from Kayo. Now this is not something you go buy at the mall or the Walmart or on the side of the road. This is good stuff. Kayo has a great dealer network, and right here at Main Street Cycle, the mechanics are certified to work on these and take care of any need that may arise. And if you want to buy something that's going to last your kids a long time, then this is the option for you. Good quality stuff, built very well, good price, and the performance is great as well. So remember the little tips I gave you about maintenance, about changing the oil. Don't keep any gas in it for a long period of time if you're going to store it. make sure you use some kind of good fuel treatment. And as well as one of the most common issues that people have, other than the gas sitting up, is people not leaving their batteries on a little battery tender charger. And that is also another tip. If you'll invest in a little battery tender, which those are sold here at Main Street Cycle, that's just a battery charger that you can leave on that will just kind of maintain that battery while it's sitting up, maybe over the winter, or if you know you're not going to crank it up for a couple of weeks. So if you'll do those things and take care of it and make sure you get it here at Main Street Cycle, I think it's going to be a great investment for your kids, and we've got all kinds of different size options. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. God bless y'all. We'll see you in the next one.